Dave with Lost Farm Homestead. At the house in town right now. I'm in the backyard gathering, I'm picking the squash and cucumbers off of the plant out here. I got a pretty good harvest going. Might pull some beets here. Let's see what I got. Oh yeah, there's some big ones. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's pretty decent. Let me see. Oh, I got my chickens are checking me out. Alright. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pull most of this out of here. That guy's a little small still. Yeah. Some small ones. Oh wow, look at that guy. Oh, that's a monster. Whew, look at that guy. Nice. I'll pull this one. Ouch. Oh, he ain't too big, but that'll be good still. But I think I'm gonna leave the rest of these guys a little while longer. Let me see what this one looks like. Oop, oh crap. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna leave the rest of those. But I'm gonna put these on here with that. I'm thinking I want to make some ratatouille, so I'll bring you guys along and go make some ratatouille for the kids. I wanted to get some tomatoes, but it doesn't look like we have any on here. We got here, look at this, check this out. See our watermelon in here? That guy's pretty big. This is my hand right there, and I got a big hand, so I mean it's not massive, but they're doing pretty good. So, and I got some here, let me see. We got some right here. That guy's pretty big. And another one here. I got some hanging right here and here. We got peppers. I'm just gonna grab some peppers for the ratatouille. That guy's kind of small. These guys are kind of small still. I had a bunch of them, but they're small right now, so I think I'll let those guys grow. But I think I got here, there, I think I got that one. I might pull this guy. I'm gonna pull this one off here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull these two here. Ouch. There we go. Yeah, I'll put these ones in there for a little bit of spice. So we've got beets and peppers from the garden and the squash. I need to wash these up and get them all washed up and get them ready to cut. We didn't have any tomato. I only have one tomato, but that actually works out because the kids don't like tomato that much. So I'm going to put a little bit of tomato in one of them. And then we have these eggplants, the Japanese eggplants to go with it. So, and I got these skinny ones because they're closer to the size of the squash that we have here. So, and I got yellow green and I got the gray squash here also to go with it. So I need to get these cleaned up, and then I'll start chopping them up and I'll get them ready to go and set up the ratatouille, and we'll go from there. So stick around. Alright, so if you've never made ratatouille before, the main thing is you want to slice everything into semi-evenly sliced circles. I mean, they don't have to be perfect, but what you're going to do is you're going to chop everything into circles like this, and then you're going to layer them. Dropped one. And then you're going to layer them into a pan and cook them all together with some red sauce. Now typically we like to make our own red sauce, but we've gone through everything that we've already made, and we keep a stock of the Classico red sauce just because it's quick and easy to use when we run out of our other. And we haven't made a batch of red sauce in a while. I don't know what's going on with our tomatoes right now, but we're gonna hopefully we'll get some tomatoes here soon on there, and then we'll use those and make some red sauce for to can, and then we'll keep the cans and use that rather than the Classico, because we like the Classico, but ours is always better. Home canned is always better no matter what. And we like to keep the Classico as a stock just for a backup, you know, in case we get in a situation where we have to shelter in place, maybe with COVID or some other thing that's going on, all of this craziness that's happening. We may have to shelter in place, and it's always good to have a good stock of food put away. So we keep a pretty good stock most of the time and try to rotate through it, so if we get in a situation where we need to be rotating, we're obviously going to rotate the home canned stuff first, because the shelf life of store-bought, I'm gonna guess, is probably a little bit longer than the shelf life of your home canned. I could be wrong on that. I'm just making a guess. I mean, I assume they put preservatives and all kinds of stuff in theirs that makes it last a little bit longer. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but we don't use any preservatives or anything like that in ours. It's just straight, you know, we just make it from scratch and can it, and then pull it out as we need it and use it. So we use that up first, and then when that's all gone, then we rotate out all of our Classico red sauce, you know. But we try to only use red sauce and make pasta like once a week. I mean, it gets to be a bit much when you're doing it any more than that. It starts to get kind of a lot, so we try to stay where we're just doing it like maybe once a week. So anyways, so we're gonna cut this up and then layer it, and then we'll get some red sauce over the top of it and throw it in the oven. So stick around and I'll show you. Alright, so I'm gonna put some oil in the bottom of the pan and season it with a bit of Italian, and then just start lining them up in there. Just alternate the colors about like that, and just start lining them up in here. Right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take both of these here like this. Make sure we got that right. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take both of these and get some oil on them. And a bit of Italian. That, and then all right, Classico, always a winner. Again, I like to use our home canned tomato sauce, but we are currently out of the home canned, so I'm using our stock of Classico that we keep in stock. So I'm just gonna pour this over the top. And then I'm gonna set the oven to 350, and I'm gonna pop these in there for about 45 minutes or an hour, and I'll check on them to make sure they're ready, and then we should be set to go. Alright, and we're gonna put these in the oven right about the middle. And we're going to leave them in there for about 45 minutes. Alright, so we have a worm bin out here that we put our compost in. It's over here. Yeah, it's kind of crowded with stuff right now, but I'm going to put this in here. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, we put all of our compost in the worm bin, and we have it full of worms right now, and usually keep them pretty well fed. Sometimes we lose them when it gets really hot, but for the most part, they do alright, and it's good. We try to keep worms and compost all the time, so it's good for the plants. And